Friends, we are live. If you are running for office, you don't want to be condemned. I'll tell you in a minute.
Even on break, the camera's still rolling, so still watch what you say even when we on break, because the cameras never stop.
Everybody, hello. D&D Live, we are back in full effect. Background music. We are back. We missed y'all last week. As you know, we had a tornado in my city, Port Fairfield. It's a work in progress.
So the whole liquor store.
That's all we had, kids.
Left the liquor standing and took the walls
down.
Jesus.
It's a work, I'm telling y'all. And the express oil. Done deal.
And the KFC.
But, you know, thank God we are live as well. We're here, back in the studio, D&D Live. We are ready. Shout out to everybody that was affected from the tornado. Hope y'all doing well, getting better, lights is back on. I woke up hot, bothered, no power. Last about 20 hours. Thank God for restoration. Amen to that. But anyway, how's everybody doing?
Very good.
Our name?
Can't complain.
Smithfield Community Activist.
Right.
Got some good news for y'all. She'll be sharing later. My maker.
I see.
That's right. Shantae Renee in the building.
I'm here today. It's Friday. Happy Friday, y'all.
That's right. TGIF. Mr. Victor, our good old sponsor for D&D Live.
Just trying to support my wife, that's all.
There you go with that today.
No, I'm just saying.
You know, he better.
I do all this for him,
He want to come home.
Working stove.
Y'all waiting
And
now.
then, you know, we got Kibias holding down the peanut gallery. Go ahead and introduce your people, Mr. KB.
I got some beautiful women in the gallery, and I got one of my brothers in the gallery today.
There you go.
That's
I'll let
right.
these women introduce themselves.
I have a new stage name.
Veronica, no too much Johnson.
Hey! In the building.
In the building, baby. D&D Live. Y'all mic low, so I'm gonna just have to move on from that. Oh, okay, come on.
And I'm Francesca. And I'm Sandy.
Don't worry, Mr. Victor don't get you.
I'm talking about y'all gonna have to do a little better than that on D&D Live.
I'm Philemon Hill, Birmingham's next mayor.
All right.
All right.
All right, Philemon.
I don't think they heard me say that one time.
I am Philemon Hill, Birmingham's next mayor.
You better claim that thing. All right, so before we introduce all of our guests, because we do have a lot of guests in on the studio today, some very good ones. You'll want to stay tuned. So I just want to discuss what we did talk about before we weren't able to come in the studio last week. Summer is here. What activities, opportunities are we providing for the youth? We know how they got to this level. How can we prevent our youth from making devastating, life-changing decisions? What can we do? There has to be an out for them. Arne, I know you're very passionate about it because you represent the youth. One of, the areas that's most affected with violence and all that.
Right.
So, like, what outlets, what do they have?
Well, since I've been in the neighborhood, District 5, I can't really see any. Unless you got the money to pay for them.
And most of them don't have it.
Right. So they're
They
stuck
just out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No outlet. Okay. All right, so Mr. Victor, I need you to go ahead and get started.
Good evening to the D&D Live listeners and followers. We have a few special guests on the panel. I want to introduce this one young lady first. She inspired the question of the week. She graduated with honors from Francis Marion High School. She has a bachelor's in science. She has a bachelor's of science degree in biology from Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. She taught middle school science at Sunshine High School in Newborn, Alabama. She has a post-baccalaureate training at Southern Illinois University at Carbondale, Illinois. She has a medical degree from Kansas City University of Medicine and biosciences. She's really smart, y'all. She is a member of the...
He ain't even done. I'm just saying.
Man, she's my role model.
Man.
Already. She is a member of the American Academy of Family Physicians. She is a member of the Mineral District Medical Society. She is a board member of the Industrial Health Council, sub-investigator of multiple research studies. She volunteers at Sowing Seeds of Alabama in Marion, Alabama, Sowing Seeds of Hope in Marion, Alabama, and she is a member of Delta Sigma Theta. I think they do it like that.
Don't do that.
He tried.
And because of her love for Alabama, she returned for her family medicine residency at St. Vincent's East Hospital in Birmingham, Alabama. She has special interest in the mentally challenged, and she has a heart for people and for her staff. My wife and I have visited her own office, her very own practice out at St. Vincent.
She got her own clinic, y'all.
A big one too. Oh. And one of the things she stresses, the family nature of her business, how she cares about her co-workers and those who work with her. Not thinking anybody necessarily works for her, but they work together as a team trying to get things accomplished, thinking about family, school, holidays, and being considerate of others. I present the some and introduce the most. Miss Dr. and Crea Trimble Johnson.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Dr. Cree. Welcome to D&D Live.
Thank you.
And she's going to give a lot of great information, but if you don't catch it all, be sure to tune into the D&D Live Facebook page every other Monday where she streams live health tips to the community, and everything is free. Just trying to make sure she keeps everybody educated and abreast of the things that's constantly changing in the medical world.
That's right.
Okay, I'm coming.
He coming, y'all. He coming.
To the left of our host, we have a friend of mine, and I can say friend because from the short time we've known each other, I've learned a little bit more about him and the inside of his heart and the way he works. When he was first introduced, somebody said this young man could be on a boat, retired, sailing right now. But yet, that very morning, he was in the park feeding the homeless. He is a 2003 graduate of Georgia Southern University with a degree in business administration. Upon graduation, he entered the outside sales and shortly thereafter started a mortgage company in Atlanta where he was born and raised. In 2006, he was recruited into the financial services industry and moved to Birmingham, Alabama. In June of 2007, where he was mentored by his father-in-law for 8 years. In March of 2015, he started his own firm, Perpetual Lifestyle Planning. And it is here that he currently works with clients to develop plans to help people have the lifestyles they desire. He believes that he is in a position to help people in all aspects of their lives as people come to him for financial issues, but he likes to make a positive impact beyond that. He holds a Series 766 and many state life and health life insurances licenses, and he has clients around the country and has a certificate in financial planning from Kaplan University. And a lot of other educator stuff, right? Just like my friend over here to the right. But just like her, a heart for people, a heart for individuals, a heart to affect change. From hearing his conversation the first time we met, I knew that he needed a platform. He needed his voice heard. I present the psalm and introduce Mr. Matthew Wilson.
Thank you, Victor. Thanks so much for having me.
Welcome to D&D Live. Go ahead, Chris.
I got one more. This man here, we saw him on the ground. He's a foot soldier. I saw from the work he does, no one has to tell him. I seen it for myself. There was a mayoral debate going on, and he was not running for mayor, but he was there, listening, being heard, let his presence be felt. He graduated from the University of Alabama in 2013, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, a minor in Civic Engagement and Leadership, and was granted ROTC permission to become a United States Army officer. After commissioning, he attended Infantry Officer School at Fort Benning's Maneuver Center of Excellence. You fly airplane?
We walk everywhere. Or we ride.
This 17-week Army course is designed to instill the knowledge, character, and professionalism needed to perform as a leader in an infantry unit. He has been in the Alabama Army National Guard since 2009 and is currently an executive officer in the historic 4th Alabama. He enjoys devoting his free time to involvement in the community. In September of 2015, he incorporated a 501c3 called Teams for Truth, which allocates donations to finance sports-related care packages which are delivered to deployed military personnel. The care packages include professional and college sports team merchandise such as t-shirts, hats, and other team trinkets. Additionally, once they return from their deployment, the troops will have the opportunity to attend sporting events with their families free of charge. Furthermore, they promote awareness concerning traumatic brain injury, a growing issue for veterans and athletes alike. And Jordan also enjoys organizing charity events and tutoring underprivileged kids at the Brown House, a nonprofit in Northport, Alabama. He frequently tutors kids living in public housing. He also organized fundraising events for the Braden House, which accommodates families who have newborns in the NICU, the NICU. Similarly, Jordan has worked with the MAN Project in Birmingham as a mentor, speaking to middle school boys about respect, responsibility, and the importance of education. I like Jordan, y'all.
Thank you.
Jordan was also the keynote speaker at Martha Gaskins Elementary 5th grade graduation. Jordan, I presented some, introduced to others, Mr. Jordan Thompson, but I just want to add this side note. I don't know if you all kind of see the pattern here, but all of these are people of the community, people with a heart, people to help you. We're employing and we're encouraging everyone that's listening and everyone watching live. Do not be a couch sitter. Do not be a thumb puncher, always on social media. We have people here that are on the ground making a change daily, and we implore you, please come in, join the cause, support, help us help others.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, welcome.
This is my wife. I just be, I'm the behind the scenes guy.
Well, you had did that. Shout out to Mr. Victor. All right, so the question at hand. Shantae Renee?
STDs in the community, have you been tested?
So, I want Dr. Cree to come in with that one because the importance, she would know. She's a professional.
It's important. This week actually was the week where AIDS testing was very prevalent in the community. Do you know your status week? Around town they've had at Walgreens where you can go get tested for free. So the people that need to be tested a lot of times aren't tested. Those are the people that are high risk and they may not know that they're high risk. You would consider high risk if you are having unprotected sex with your partner and your partner is having unprotected sex with you and someone else. If you're in a domestic violence relationship, that's the high risk relationship because a lot of times the abusive partner is abusing you, forcing you to do things. So that's a high risk. Of course, men who have sex with men, high risk, and men who have sex with men and women. So those are the people that need to be tested, but they don't necessarily initiate getting tested. They may not have insurance, stuff like that. But there are places where you can go get tested for free.
Wow. So being tested is very important, y'all.
Know your status.
Know your status. Okay. Jordan Thompson, what's your take on that?
I think it's really important. I think it's a great question to ask. A lot of people, they don't want to ask that question. They don't want to answer that question because it's scary. There's a lot of scary things that we have to confront in our lives, and whether or not we want to take that chance it's a personal decision. But you're only going to benefit yourself the sooner you find out, and you'll benefit other people as well if you were in fact positive.
Right.
One of the groups I recently donated to, Birmingham AIDS Outreach, they've got a great bingo night, usually the first Monday of every month. They got, I think on the 10th this month, we'll be over there, but they are providing, I think they provide free testing as well as just general information.
And what's the name of them?
Birmingham AIDS Outreach.
Okay.
They're a really good organization, and they've got a lot of people in the community that are behind them, which I think is great, and I support a lot of what they're doing, just bringing awareness to issues
They do it in a
such
fun
as that.
way. They do it in a fun way,
Yeah.
so it's not so
Yeah,
like
they do.
stuffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bingo night is a lot of fun. Went earlier in May, and it was just a good time. Everybody was having a fun time.
Okay.
So.
Birmingham AIDS Outreach.
Yep. I think BirminghamAIDSOutreach.org is their website, I believe.
Okay. Wonderful. Because it's important to know where you can go get, check your status.
Absolutely.
You need to know. And not just for AIDS, for all STDs.
All STDs.
You just need to be safe, y'all.
It's very important.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Very important. Peanut Gallery, we got something to say?
They quiet tonight?
Oh, I'm saying.
I mean, ooh. This is not my area of expertise. I'm learning tonight. Oh, baby. You know it all. Not today.
All right. She said she ain't got nothing to say on that one. She just want to listen.
Being educated on all STDs, not just HIV and AIDS, that seems to be the biggest, which all of them are not important, but important to know about. Okay,
You bring up STDs, everybody want to whisper. This real, y'all. It's real out
Y'all
here.
hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
But anyway, in all communities, it should be, a health fair or something to educate people to get tested. Make it fun. Don't make it so scary. Like if you are positive, it's a health. Medicines out there that help you live a little longer. Cope with it, help really support you. But you can't just stay in the closet about STD. Trichomonas, herpes, 1 and 2, hepatitis, any of them. All of them are important, and they can all lead up to HIV and AIDS. And we believe
And
in
cancer, too, some of them.
I think it's important to realize that a lot of them can be cured too. You
Yeah.
just gotta take care of it.
You have to catch it in time.
Yeah, catching in time. And it's also good to know that even though HIV is the biggest one, there's so many medicines out there that can allow them to live long lives. AIDS doesn't really kill people anymore if you're being treated. They die from something else. They die from heart attacks. They die from, all of that. And there's also a medicine out there called Truvada that if you are in a high-risk relationship, it's an HIV prevention medicine that you can take. A lot of providers don't write it, but I do write it for
Wow.
patients.
Dr. Cree, say it again.
It's called Truvada. It is a HIV prevention medicine. So if you're in a high-risk relationship,
Does
yeah.
insurance pay for that?
No, insurance does pay for it. And if you're in the part that it doesn't, the Gilead Foundation, there's a place here where you can get a discount card to get it for a very reasonable price. And it's one pill. You have to be tested, check your kidney levels, your hepatitis level, and all these levels every 3 months for a while. So if you're out there, so that's out there. They're not really, people don't know.
No, people don't know.
You got something to
I don't know too much. We are educating
Come on
her.
now.
And she's like, how can I get on that?
I would have asked you that outside the room.
Come on, Veronica.
Okay, but seriously. Okay, so in Alabama, I recently read that there's some areas in Alabama that, the HIV rate is through the roof, or HIV/AIDS. So if there's a drug out there that's going to prevent this disease from, spreading more in the community, why isn't it prescribed more or given out more in those high-risk areas?
A lot of providers aren't comfortable with it because I'm one of the few in the area that writes it. So a lot of the times, the people that are high risk have to go to the 1917 clinic downtown or the health department or wherever. They're just kind of herded in that direction because a lot of primary care doctors won't take care of people. They're not comfortable because they have their own biases. Until you get educated and comfortable with the population, it's like you don't do because you don't know how to do. And they're not necessarily up to date on the latest and greatest because it's a pretty new drug that's out there. So you have to be make sure that your doctor is up on the most up to date evidence base because it's truly evidence based. So and then also in those areas, a lot of them are smaller areas, poor areas, and they know that they'll be shunned.
Yeah.
In my hometown, there was a tuberculosis outbreak or a TB outbreak, and no one's seen TB in a lot of years. The CDC went in, all these people went in, and the people were throwing tomatoes at the bus. These people couldn't even help. But they were so embarrassed that they didn't want to, you know, let other people know that they were going to be tested because of the stigma that goes along with it. So a lot of times, as the patient, you're so afraid of what you might find or that kind of thing that you shun away from it. So it's not really helping the people that need the help because one, the providers aren't educated, and two, the patients are afraid to go and to just even see.
Wow.
So it's sad. It's kind of a sad
That
situation.
is sad. People need to know it's okay to get checked. It's for your own benefit.
It is.
Wow.
We got another comment over here together.
Okay, come on.
I think this would be ample opportunity to make sure that, especially within the Birmingham community, and Birmingham is 74, 75% black, and typically African Americans are very slow to be proactive when it comes to health issues, getting tested, going to the doctor on a routine basis. If you look at Birmingham City Schools, I'm almost certain that they don't have sex education classes anymore.
They don't. My daughter, they don't.
And so this is an opportunity.
They have health where they do like a chapter on it.
They need to have it as early as possible because I don't know if many of you know, but at age 12 they can go to the health department and get tested for an STD, get birth control pills, and get everything at age 12 and without parents consent. And however, like if my daughter went down there to get tested, what they'll do is they'll send a letter to the house to try to alert the parents to come down there. But if you go down there, they will not release the information to you unless the child signed off for you to get to get the information.
Wow.
So that's why
That's
it needs
scary.
to be educated within the community because 12 years old. I have a 16-year-old. I can imagine my 16-year-old going down there getting tested for an STD, and I'm not taking her.
Let me ask you
and her not
this. Your
doing that.
16-year-old, she go to school out here. Does she have sex education?
Sex education started with them in 6th grade.
Let me tell you something. My baby is in the
6th grade.
11th grade. Never had it.
Yeah, it starts
She get
with
it from
them.
me and him.
Yeah, it starts with
I pulled up
in
that
the
book and
6th
showed
grade
her,
over
you know,
here.
my medical books and let her see
Yeah, that's the
what
first
it
thing
is.
they do is they started at 6th grade, so
The
they
community
do.
needs
Birmingham don't have that.
needs to put their ego to the side, and this is a chance for not only the schools and the city and the community to grow and be a little bit more open about health issues and being tested. The churches need to open up to that as well, and so we have to make sure we ask the hard questions because those tough questions, those uncomfortable conversations can only help us grow, not only about each other, but it'll make it a little bit easier when we talk to each other about these issues because we're still in this together. Everybody's from Birmingham. We got 99 neighborhoods, and we're still making up one magic city, which is Birmingham. So we got to make sure that we got to get past this ego thing. My grandmother passed away some years back, but she did not trust doctors, and so with that generation still around.
And it's still passed.
Exactly. And so we have to make sure, and I'm the oldest in my family, so I'm having to make sure that my parents are meeting their appointments. And sometimes my mom is reluctant to listen to the doctors or take the medications that are prescribed for her. But we have to make sure we have these conversations, and I think the best way to get beyond that stereotype is to start having these conversations and these classes and educating these kids at a younger age so that they won't be uncomfortable, won't be afraid of what they may or may not find out.
But to be honest, I don't think that the kids are afraid. These kids are so bold today that they're going to the health clinic.
They want to do that.
They're going to do it. I don't think it's the kids. I think it's the adults, and I think that it's necessary and it needs to be done.
Listen,
Number one,
we're gonna come back and pick up on the children.
Okay,
with
I'll
this topic.
pick up in a minute.
And I'll give you guys a few stories from working in OBGYN. All right, D&D Live, we're going on commercial. We will be back. Give us a call, 256-756-PLUG.
All right, listen, I have to say this. If you are running for an office or have a plan to do so, the camera feed is still live. Lehman, we ain't
learned the hard way.
Yes. Lehman called me at 1 in the morning and said his campaign man, he said, take it down. I shouldn't have said that. So the feed is live.
That was a good one, too.
like 1,600 views.
That's why we had to short break.
How long?
About 2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes, guys.
My next announcement, if you have Facebook, I need everyone to go to the D&D Live Facebook page and scroll down to see the live feed. See yourself in the studio. And hit the share button. But when you hit right to post. And it gives you the option to tag your friend. This is important information. This is important content. Hey man, we got to save somebody. Tell them to wrap it up, tighten it up. Go see the doctor, let the flashlight up. This is
I'm a flashlight it up.
tell her, you know. You okay,
And says she ready. Go, not there. Go to the D&D Live page. Can you go get the pill? I need to get Danny in.
D&D Live on Facebook.
Yep. D&D Live, the voice of the people.
Got 1 minute before you come back.
Oh Lord. Okay,
That
I'm
was a
getting
short
Danny
break.
on.
I know it's at 7:38.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
D&D Live.
I did.
Voice of the people.
30 seconds before you come back.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to do another one.
What you doing over there? I can add some.
Yeah, and
Almost finished the big amount. Exactly. I mean, you know, you finna go? Okay. Hey Chris, how long we got?
About 45 seconds.
I can add some.
can you do it?
Yeah, I can do something like 30, quick 3 minutes one.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
I'm just sitting next to her today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he don't get up here.
I'm just.
Hey, Danny.
Okay.
And
You see where it says right to phone? Right.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
More waves, yeah.
And
Be sure.
Hey, Wade, you gonna come to the unconfirmed?
You ain't on my page. It's on D&D first. Because this ain't mine.
Okay, hold on, Danny. I'm trying to look you up.
not
I think there's gonna be some food there.
Where's the video, right?
And that will.
Remind us. I will.
Wait, you made a donation?
You know what I have? I need to bring you.
I'm right now.
When I come back from Charlotte, I'll bring you.
Okay. I won't be here that week.
That's okay.
But
I know where your
you
room
know
is.
what you know what the office is.
Okay, get him.
Okay, 2 minutes.
I've tried to balance a lot of things, so you have to keep in mind.
What you say, 2 minutes?
2 minutes before we come back.
For mine.
You don't have to.
I'm trying to connect Danny. I don't know.
Yeah, I called that. Yeah, I called.
He's trying to help everybody get on D&D Live.
Oh, what I don't know what I do.
I want to know.
Still not.
But I think.
I don't know. I can't tell because
Yeah.
light is on.
Okay, what you
If I
need?
push it or not. Trying to connect Danny.
Oh, hey, Dad. Okay, who phone connect?
It might be.
That's a time, no, I'm not.
Okay, 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
You want to have
Oh,
something
Jesus.
else?
No, we need to go on. We're getting there. We're working on it, Danny. We're working progress.
Oh, you waiting on the 8? Come on. I mean,
Man, that's
30 seconds.
I'm gonna get there.
Too many people watching. I can't.
Okay, 20 seconds before we come back.
It's all right. I just told her.
20 seconds. 10 seconds to live, y'all.
Okay, Danny, we sharing the mic tonight.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
All right. And we are back, everybody. D&D Live. This your girl D. I got the other D. Where you at?
I'm right here.
Hey, girl. So let me reintroduce the panel because we have a full panel today. Next week, we're going to try to have you Skyped in so you can see what's going on in the studio. We got Jordan Thompson. He's running for District 2 here in Birmingham, Roebuck area. We got Dr. Creek live in the building. I've been waiting to get her in. We got Matt Wilson from Financial Planning.
How you doing?
Good insurance, all that good stuff. Get your lifestyle right. And we got Arnay Odoms, community activist, Smithfield. And she has a big surprise for us today. I ain't looking at you. And Shantae Renee's in the building, and you know we got the Peanut Gallery in full effect. Kiwi's holding it down. So everybody say hi to Danielle.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Oh, and we got Mr. Victor too. Good sponsor.
That's how they do the sponsor.
I ain't doing him like that. He's more than a sponsorship package. Okay, but so we've been discussing, you know, STDs in the community and the importance of knowing your status and, you know, just knowing your partner status, being in a one-on-one relationship, the importance of that, and all that other stuff. So we were into the youth just then, and Shantae was talking about how they can still go to the health department and get shots and all that without even having parent consent at 12 years old.
Wow.
I would be devastated to know my baby was doing all that at 12. Oh my God, even at 16. No, ma'am.
You need a ride.
You need to sit.
Here
We
come
drive
your
her
dad.
everywhere. She don't even get a chance to cut up. But we drive her everywhere she goes. That's just
How
the
you
most.
knew to go down there?
You
So, I mean, what you
Right.
feel
How
about
you
that,
knew to go
Janelle?
down there? Who told you?
Your friends told you that.
They teach each other.
Yeah, they teach each other. Let me tell y'all something. We had a class the other day at work, at my real job.
Real job.
But we did a class and we called it Let's Talk Girls Series. And so we had girls who committed delinquent acts in there. So we brought the people from the 19, 17, and 20.
Talk about it, Veronica. We can't hear you.
Oh, y'all can't hear me?
No, ma'am.
Hello? Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did a series at work about 2 Fridays ago. We called the series Let's Talk. And we brought juvenile delinquent girls in, and we did a variety of different things. One of the things we did was we had ladies from the 19, 17, 20 to come in and educate them on sex education. Of course, it was limited what they could say, but the girls kind of ended up teaching me. So they started making various statements, and I'm like, Lord, do I listen to them? Do I make them stop? Because they know way more than I do, especially being the age that they are. And I'm just sitting there looking like, how do these babies know this? And they were literally 14, 15, and 16-year-old children. And they were telling the ladies, well, no, you can't do this. You can't get latex condoms you can't get non-latex condoms from the health department. They only give those at this place. You can't get this from here. You have to go there and get that. Well, I just know because that's where my sister went. That's what they're saying. And I'm just sitting there like, what in the world? So they teach each other. They learn from each other.
But, and that goes back to what we was talking about a couple of weeks ago about these kids being latchkey kids and the parents are not being there, so other siblings and other children are teaching them. So it goes back. So it goes back to, us talking about that. The kids are teaching the kids what to do and how to do it. So
That's amazing. I want to hear Matt Wilson's thought.
Well, first of all, I think that it's extremely important for us to have a good education for children because, right now I've got 2 little girls, I've got a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I think that they're listening right now. And, I try to be the best parent that I can be. My wife and I and we try to teach them what is right. We try to teach them what is wrong. We try to teach them what the Bible says.
That's right.
And, you know, so I think that it's extremely important for the parents to educate the children, the parents to be parents, first and foremost. And, you know, now I understand that everybody does not have good parents. And I understand that everybody does not have a good role model, but I think that that's where it's up to us to, you know, when we reach people that do not have that positive influence, we need to be that positive influence.
It's our duty. I agree with you right there.
So from that standpoint, you know, I think it's important for them to understand that, you know, a lot of times these, you know, younger people, they're seeking attention from somebody because they're not getting love at home. You know, when they know that they are loved by not only, you know, us and God, then that changes their perspective.
It does.
I mean, and when people realize that, you know, they matter and that there is hope for their future, and you know, one mistake does not define the rest of their life. And I think that that's extremely important for us to share that. So, and that goes along with all aspects of their life, not just this specific topic, but I mean, education on all levels is extremely important to try to get them on that right path. So, you know, when we go out to work with the homeless, you know, we are trying to show them that, you know, they're important, that they matter to us, they matter to God, and, you know, we do come out there and we show them, you know, love, but we also take people from the medical community to, you know, test them for various things. You know, we don't get into STD testing, but we do try to provide them with some sort of, you know, medical guidance in the park. I mean, the best that we can with a table, you know, in a park. But, you know, it's just so important for people to really have positive influences, because, you know, I go to Church of the Highlands, and, you know, Pastor Chris says all the time, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. So if they don't have parents, then they've got to have positive influences from somewhere.
That's right.
And
I agree.
That's where we come in.
That's a great place to be. Definitely when you're giving back. Instilling hope in our youth. That's the future, y'all. Regardless of how you want to look at it.
Especially with so much of the same-sex relationships.
Yeah.
That, I mean, 44 made it okay. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, he made it okay. He made it a law for him. So, you know, when you're passing back and forth like that, STDs and things like that in the community is needed.
It is, and
because they have more access than a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So
we need to
everything
be
they
real
do,
about
they
it.
think
These
like
kids
it's okay.
have way more access than what we had.
Absolutely. More freedom too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of influence too from places that might not have gotten it before, either on TV, you're looking at Instagram, you're looking at World Star, things, anything on the internet.
The internet is
things
raising
might
our
pop up.
kids.
Yeah. So if a parent isn't there because either they're working or they choose to not be in their child's lives, Matt was exactly right. You know, it's who you surround yourself with, your friends.
And not only that, kids got rights these days.
Say again?
Kids have more rights than they used to have these days, too.
And they know it, though.
Yeah, they know it. That's the part about it. You can't whoop me. You can't do this.
They
you can't stay in my house.
I don't agree with that now.
Yeah. My parents spanked me, and my children get spanked. Now, I don't beat my kids, but I spank my kids.
I do too. I spank my kids. My little baby got a spanking today. 6-year-old in the car at Regions.
Come in over here,
Come on in, because Danny got something to say, y'all.
Okay, because people want to let me talk, so he said that.
Yeah, that's a good host.
But
hold on.
The thing with whipping kids nowadays is that we just have to do it, as the preacher would say, decent and in order. You parents, don't let anybody tell you that you do not have the right to discipline your kids. You have the right, as a parent, to discipline your child. but you cannot be abusive to that child, whether it be physically or
Verbal.
verbal abuse. Okay?
Verbal abuse
So,
sometimes even worse than physical abuse.
we don't care. You can call DHR. DHR will release that child back into your custody if you are not abusing that child. But you do have the right as a parent to discipline your child in any court in America, as long as you're not physically abusing that child. Then you can do, because mine's gonna get disciplined. They most definitely gonna get that tail turned into you.
I heard them. That's Veronica. No too much Johnson, everybody. Come on in, Danny.
Alright, I definitely agree with a lot of what has already been said, especially the portion where our guest is talking about the parents being responsible, and even in regards to what our children have access to nowadays. One of the things that I talked to my children about yesterday was just cell phones in general. You have the privacy of having a cell phone. If somebody cuts off your phone service nowadays, because we have these smartphones, they can download apps that will let them be able to text. They can download apps that will hide on their phone so that it can't be seen unless you know exactly what to look for and put in the password and things like that. I said, when I was growing up, you had a house phone. And if your grandma or your mama picked it up in the other bedroom, you didn't hear it. They heard your full
I was so good, I knew how to pick it up and they ain't know. I could listen.
Right. So when I was growing up, I'm not saying that we didn't do things that our parents didn't want us to do. But one of the things that I feel like I realize now that I'm older is that the more you're exposed to, the more curious you be. And sometimes our parents
That's true.
allow us to be, or sometimes parents allow their children to be exposed to things, be in social media, be in movies and things like that, and they feel like it's innocent or they're too young to understand, or they're going to get it from their classmates or whatever. But if you have not fostered an open communication relationship in your home with your children, it is a disaster. I don't care what the situation is. They're going to find out what's going on from their friends, from social media, just like I mentioned. But the difference is the students or the kids that have a good relationship with their parents and they can go to them with their questions, or the kids that don't have that and they go to other people who are just as ignorant about the topic as they are with their questions. I'm trying to be cool and trying to fit in. But when you have given your children well-rounded, balanced love and attention and explanation, because sometimes no can make them curious as well.
That make them want to do it.
Exactly. But once they get exposed to something to ask questions about it, you have to be mature enough to do your research and enough to explain it to them at their level. And at a level that will satisfy their curiosity, get them to trust in the answer that you give them, and also let them know right and let them feel good for their own decisions, but trust them in the things that you teach them. And to me, that's what you do.
I agree, that's good parenting, but I do want to say this. I trust them as long as I can see them.
Well, you know what, let me face it. When my kids are younger and I know they don't know and understand much of adult stuff, especially in regards to how they get to their PCs and stuff like that, I have a different level of trust. I'm not saying that nothing happens to them, but I'm a very protective parent. My children don't get much freedom. They don't get to go spend the night at friends' houses. They don't get to go out and experience outside of my protected unlimited.
Mine don't either. Sometimes I feel bad because they be so bored. They come over here.
And I can definitely understand that, but then that's where you build relationships with people that you
Birmingham scares me.
Well, I have had possible relationships with people that I do trust. And sometimes it might be somebody like my girlfriend and I have been with friends since elementary school, if not longer. And I trust her. However, I have a cousin who I
Right.
And it actually makes people convicted in their own spirit because it was going to have to come to a day that they do what they feel is ready for, and not just what mama or daddy is. And I have to say that I'm thankful that regarding my children, I've had two children who have gotten to an age where they want to start dating and things like that. And my oldest, after he lost his and he talked to me about that. And that was one of those conversations. So should I give you a glass of
I'm not ready for that. Muffin got a boyfriend. They get to sit in the living room.
We don't know
everybody.
about that sister. Don't leave the room.
Right. That's good that he's open enough to want to talk to you. You know, that's great because that's scary. Okay, question from the Peanut Gallery.
I love to comment on before I opened it back up to the panel and any listeners is the whether or not I think it's okay for my child to go get tested or get tested or get something without my knowledge. I would like to know, but I'm glad that they have to go with the doctor. I would love to know. I would say that they talk to me about it. I'd be and I feel like I did something wrong. And then my sister's afraid to talk to me. And for that, I'm glad that they have those resources out there because there are a lot of kids out there for whatever reason we don't know whether or not they were molested and they're afraid to talk about it, whether or not they were making a bad decision. They don't think they will accept them or they were going to do that way. Whatever the case is, those resources need to be in place so that they can go if they are to talk to you rather than
I agree, Danny. I agree. It's good to have it out there, and it's good to know that they are out there. That's why we're having this discussion now, because Birmingham, I don't know if they know or not. When I moved here, I saw that syphilis sign. It scared me. Biggest day.
So y'all don't have any problem.
This question is for Dr. Johnson or any professionals in the room. When it comes to those individuals that may be on nerves or reluctant to have a face-to-face conversation about their STD situation or getting tested, are there any hotlines provided from the city or from the county in the area that you would recommend for those to at least get that initial conversation started?
Yes, I do recommend AIDS Alabama. They have a really good program. They actually go out to Miles College and Alabama State and a lot of colleges in the area. So they have this big band that's wrapped and say that this is a safe place. So I do recommend that because you can get tested for AIDS, but you can get tested for anything else there as well. So they have a great resource. I don't know their number off the top of my head, but they are a good place for you to start looking at. They can put you in touch with whatever resources you need, or go to your doctor. Even the pediatrician should be able to talk to kids about sex or whatever else they are interested in knowing about STDs or whatever. But your doctor could be the first place, and or if you're in Birmingham, AIDS Alabama is a good place to go to.
How difficult is it to have a conversation, especially when it comes to maybe prescriptions and the importance of nutrition, eating the right amount of quantity of meals that balance off the prescriptions for your patients? How difficult is that?
Well, I have a very loving relationship with my patients, so I'm very upfront. This is what we need to do. This is a team effort here. It's not a democracy. So that's the kind of approach that I go with, and just make sure they know that I am a safe place for them. So I really don't have that problem. I'm like, this is what I recommend. You want to think about it, you can. But we'll come back in 2-3 months and we're going to revisit it. And if it's not working your way, you can try it my way. So you just have to find a good provider that you trust. Because if you don't trust them, you're not going to do what they say.
Just to answer your question again real quick, there is a hotline. There's a website called the STDproject.com. That's one, the STDproject.com. And it looks like they've got a number as well. The American Sexual Health Association's STD hotline is 919-361-8488. Again, that's 919-361-8488. And that's the American Sexual Health Association's STD hotline. And that website again was the STDproject.com. And it looks like they've got some pretty good information here. There's some general knowledge about the STDs, about how to get tested, things like that. And it seems as if Planned Parenthood also has a natural self.
As long as we can keep it. Shout out to Planned Parenthood.
We got some more questions over here. We have today. I'm sorry. We got
Come on, go with it. Come with it. Come with it then.
Are you accepting new patients, Dr. John?
I am.
She is awesome.
Accepting new patients. I am located in St. Vincent East in Trussville, Trussville, and I am Brownstone Total Family Health Care is my practice.
And what's your number, Doctor?
It is 205-202-5650. Thank you.
That's how
and
you
I'm
network.
open Monday through Thursdays. I'm off on Friday.
That's
I have
right.
a self-care day.
I'm sorry, Ms. Bree, they wasn't prepared. Can you let them know one
I'm
more
sorry.
time?
Again, okay, call me. It is 205-202-5650.
Got one more question.
Okay, come on with it. And that's right here on D&D Live, Dr. Cree.
You gotta pull up to the mic.
Okay, so I know
Come on,
all of
friend.
us are parents in here, so I was just wondering, when we get some of you guys' opinions, well, nieces and nephews, what is an appropriate age to start talking to the kids about sex and STDs? Should we approach them, or should we wait till they start asking questions?
That's a good question.
Come on, Wade.
Wade,
Come on, Wade.
Wade, it's time for the sergeant major.
Come on with it.
The way I handled it is I've got 3 boys. One is about to turn 18. I got a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. I approach them. I just come to the case. I've got boys, maybe different with girls, but I got boys that went straight to them. I said, look, this is what you're going to be dealing with. These are the feelings you're probably going to start feeling, and so on and so forth. When my oldest started dating, started liking girls, I went pulled them right off to the side and had a conversation with them. I didn't waste no time. I didn't wait for them to all of a sudden tell me what's going on. I went straight to them. And that's the way I handle my boys, and it has worked. He tried, but he got caught.
I ain't hear about that.
No, we didn't.
That was not at the family gathering.
Emmanuel,
They did not tell that at the family gathering.
He's a teenager. Stuff like that happens.
It does. That's how we.
Because we were proactive, me and Nicole handled that and put a stop to it real quick, okay, but I think the best way to handle it, and like I said, I'm just speaking for myself, is you approach them first, because you know what age they're going to start liking girls or liking boys. Now, obviously, all kids are somewhat different.
Well, I want to say this, not to knock the girls, but the girls nowadays are the aggressors.
I agree.
They are.
I agree.
And, I have a 16-year-old, and we found out that she was interested by going through her phone.
Oh, my gosh.
So, I didn't know no other way of reaction. I scared the hell out of her. I grabbed that book and showed her every STD you can see. This is what you gonna have if you do what you think you're gonna do. I didn't know what else to do.
Yes.
They were.
And then she took the phone to the steps and took a hammer and made the baby sit there and watch her beat the iPhone to death. We had to have a funeral for the iPhone.
And then I left it there for 4 days. We walked past it every day. So
nobody could touch it.
That's not what's gonna happen.
That's awesome. I think you brought up a really good question though about talking to your kids. I feel like now I don't have any children, so this is my position to come from. But I do have a little brother and big brothers, big sisters. Obviously, I'm limited about things that I can speak to him about. That's not something that is my position I can speak with him about.
Okay.
However, when he starts reaching out to me and asking questions that are getting close to that nature, it made me realize that he might not feel comfortable speaking to his mother about those sort of things. As a young male, that might be something a little odd to speak to your mother about. As a young female, it might feel odd to speak to your mother
that
about.
could be because you have boys.
So in that regard, though, I think it's also important to make sure that your son or your daughter has a mentor aside from you that they might be able to speak to about something like this if they don't feel comfortable about speaking of it with you.
That's wonderful.
So obviously you want to trust that mentor as much as they can trust that mentor, and make sure they know your stance on it as well.
I like Jordan Thompson. I'm talking about we getting ready to get in. Man, Jordan Thompson, we want to hear about you. But I think, do we need to go on break?
Yes.
Okay, we need to go on another break, everybody. D&D Live, Voice of the People. Why y'all not calling? Y'all scared? 256-756-8.
But the feed read is on
The
fire.
feed read on fire, so just keep on posting. We'll be back. D&D Live.
Hey, kids, you gotta check in with the peanut gallery. They got more.
Oh, y'all ready?
And then you know, Keith is a good homie. He ain't letting nobody holler out.
He won't let me holler out.
I love it.
I had a mic right here, turn around and be all the way over there.
You right.
Oh, and then he take it back like, oh, just wait, just wait.
Right here.
Baby, you know, Rob is on top. Am I on the school?
Wait,
Are you stepping?
what you
Yes, I am. Somebody took
I didn't do it.
Right now, I'm the intern battalion commander.
Oh,
Intern.
Jay is locked this. He ain't not advertising his wife. Right?
You're talking about
Somebody asked
that
him
goes
about
into
he
the
come
wall?
right on the
Yeah.
feed. Whole falling off. She ain't killed no. Brownstone told the healthcare Dr. Free, show up, I'll be standing there, no wait on you.
You do family friends.
I did check that.
So do you do like OB? You do everything. So I can just switch my whole, and you can be my intern, it's my OB. Let me go ask a person right now. Let me go ask a person. So this, let me ask you, what's your wait time? You know, I called the doctor, they told me they can give me.
Well, you want to see mine? What you trying to plug your phone in?
So you can't see me the whole stuff? Oh no, I can't go to you. What's the wait time in your office?
Yeah, if you're a return patient, quick.
Oh, no, man. Y'all need to quit.
What's the wait time?
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
How can you say what you do?
Yeah, I get over there. I get over there. Okay.
Give me again.
Okay, you've been waiting about 3 or 4
And
hours.
we can rate you to him.
That's not bad.
We got 10 seconds.
Hey, no, it's a short break.
Girl, Chris don't
10
play.
seconds, 10 seconds.
Me sure don't.
Chris don't play.
Don't do it.
He got us on.
Danny, you ready? Okay, everybody, we are back. D&D Live is in full effect. When I say in full effect, I mean we in full effect. Studios D. Jordan Thompson in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Dr. Creek.
Hey.
Shantae Renee.
Hey.
Chris the intern. How you doing?
I'm good.
Man, you so faithful. Listen, when D&D Live, when we take off, you going with us.
Okay.
He holding on.
Be faithful. Be a blessing.
Oh, he on it today.
Yes.
He
Got Perio over there holding down the photography. Get us all. Matt Wilson. Our name. That's my girl over there. She's so shy.
I know, right?
She get a mic next to you. Gonna be in the gallery next week.
Nuh-uh.
I've been learning to. No shade to the gallery. No shade.
What's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with the
I'm
gallery.
nothing. The gallery's
I've been
fine.
over there before.
Nothing wrong with the gallery. Just when you're on the panel, we expect you to,
Talk about your moves.
yeah. Don't be shy, baby. It's our time. Jordan Thompson, District 2 candidate.
How you doing?
What you plan to bring to District 2?
So there's a lot we want to focus on.
Can
I
you
guess-
do law in the district? I think you'd be awesome.
I appreciate that, but we got a friend over here that wants to be the mayor. You know, that's.
Oh yeah, we gonna get him.
Correction.
That's our guy. That's the
The mayor.
Oh,
You better get it.
But you know what I do find interesting though is that these elections aren't at large. Only people in District 2 can vote for me to be the city councilman for District 2. But I mean, the decisions I'll make as a city councilman, they're not just going to affect District 2.
Exactly.
I find that kind of odd, but
I do too.
the three tenets that I have are unification, accessibility, and then education and opportunity. So unification, think about blight in Birmingham. If one area of Birmingham is blighted, Birmingham as a whole is blighted.
Right.
You talk about accessibility, how difficult is it to get a hold of your city council member or the mayor, anybody at City Hall?
Right.
And that's what
You know,
transparency
I'm just gonna
too.
keep it real. I went and hollered at the mayor. He never even got back with me.
It's a little tough sometimes.
He ain't got to.
But that also has to do with transparency. People want to know what's going on, and they're getting better. They just hired a new social media person. Max Rykov is doing a great job. I got to give him a shout out on that. But then there's some other people in City Hall who obviously are doing a great job as well. Even some of the counselors do really good jobs
They do.
sometimes. But there is, I think, a lack of transparency between letting people know what's going on, how their money's being spent, what they're about to vote on, how their money got to them in the
People
first
want to
place.
know. People want to know now.
And then that last tenet I like to include and talk about is education and opportunity. So the more educated a society is, the more opportunities they're going to have. Ultimately, the safer the society is going to be.
Right.
If you've got an education, then you're less likely
That's
to
right.
steal something out of need because you have a job, you have funds coming in. So overall, everybody else is going to be safe. But with education, Birmingham specifically only spends 1% of our budget on education.
It's so sad.
Out of $428 million, are you joking?
In the future,
Exactly.
and you wonder why they run around killing each other.
Exactly. Hoover spends about 10% on their budget. Look how much their
It's a
education
big
system is
difference. It's a
different
big
from ours.
difference.
So, but obviously there's the opportunity aspect too. Are we providing enough opportunities to not just the young people, but to the older people as well, to everybody in Birmingham?
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think the older people need an opportunity as well. Some of them, they need some education too.
Yeah.
If I may, let me step in real quick. There are certain dynamics that go on in Birmingham that really don't allow for the situation that you speak of. Birmingham has never been for the citizens of Birmingham. Birmingham has always been a entity that was for profit for over the mountain interest. Leadership starts at the top. Now, if we wanted to give more to our school system, if we wanted to give more to our public libraries, then if we had a leader who was strong enough and man enough to make a decision to do that, we would be there. But when you have a mayor that's in office that's more concerned about having 47 SWAT trained officers as a security detail unit classic,
Or 52 assistants.
52 assistants?
Yes.
That's why ain't no money for the education.
He currently
He got to pay his staff as
Wait,
entourage.
say that again. Say that again.
That's ridiculous,
So
y'all.
we have to make sure, and you will continue to hear me say
I'm
this.
sorry, Felima. You know we love you here on D&D Live, but you know me, right? I have to bring that back. 52 assistants. Who needs 52 assistants?
At least.
45 probably ain't even did his cabinet yet. He ain't got 52 assistants.
I've got one and she does a great job.
I'm barely trying to pay one.
I borrowed my boss's assistant.
Well, you have to, and that's why it's so important for not only the new individuals that will have these positions, both at the mayor's office, at the city council, as well as at the school system with the school board. They have an annual $220 million budget, with less than 3% of that going to minority and women-owned businesses. Who makes the crust of that money? Over the mountain entrance. We assume that the school system in the city of Birmingham is there to educate our kids. It's not. Birmingham has always been a cash cow for Mountain Brook and all those other entities.
It's so sad.
And until you get someone who is willing to stand for the citizens, you will continue to get what you have. And so that's why this election cycle is about character, it's about transparency, it's about integrity, because the budget season is going on right now. And we have no idea, due to the changes in the Mayor Council Act, how much our current mayor's administration has been spending. Right now, we're in court with the Birmingham Waterworks, where our current mayor is trying to give away our waterworks. He did the same thing as a city councilor. And he's actually using public money to facilitate his legal fees against the interest of the citizens.
Water, elderly paying $300 and $400 water bills a month, and it's just them in their homes. That's ridiculous.
Exactly. And so,
he got to go.
Well, of course he does, and he will. But we have to make sure we take this and educate our citizens. And a part of my platform, in similar fashion, is to not only to just have transparency, but there is a process that's going around, and a lot of Fortune 500 companies are using. It's called open book management. Okay. This is where everybody from the executives all the way to the janitorial staff understand and know how to read the financial reports for that particular company. Because it is studies have shown that the individuals within that company, when they know what's going on with the money inside, they feel more of ownership. They feel a part of it. And that's what Birmingham needs. Right. The citizens need to feel a part of. And so when you educate them, whether it be on health issues, whether it be on financial issues, whether it's spiritual growth and wellness, people will start to feel a part of Birmingham and not feel like they're just some commodity come election time.
Now, one of the most important things. Oh, sorry.
Hold on, Gary. Hold on, Veronica. No too much.
Before any of this can happen, people need to vote.
Yes.
The election is August 22nd. I'm going to say that one more time. The election is August 22nd.
And people need to what?
People need to vote.
Get registered. We doing the D&D Live.
They need to vote.
And
If they want to
can't
change,
get
they need to
registered,
vote.
log into the D&D Live Facebook page. She is doing a voter registration drive. It's mobile. She will
I will
come
pick you up.
Exactly.
I will fill it out for you and mail it in.
And just to add to the vote, a couple of months ago, we just had an education vote where we had less than 5% of the citizenship in Birmingham to participate. So what my colleague is saying is absolutely, we have to get out and vote.
22% vote last time, right?
Correct.
That was it.
And the city council election for District 2, only 15.4% of people voted. That's abysmal.
And there's
How do
a
they
quote.
expect change?
There's a quote that I'm using: "Change nothing, nothing changes." So in order to change it, we have to vote.
That's right.
Get
Come
out
on.
and vote.
Come on, Peanut Gallery.
Okay. Y'all listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so check this out. This is my thing with Birmingham City and politics. And so I have two people here that are running for office. So I need to know, one, what do you want to do to incorporate this change? Because the thing with the city of Birmingham is people vote on familiar areas. They vote on the names that they know.
That's right.
So one, what do you want to do to put yourself out there, to make yourself known, to get those people out there that don't vote?
One way is right here, D&D Live. You get noticed right now.
On
You
the
pick that area that
platform.
needs to be touched.
Voice of the people.
This is the voice of the people, and the people that needs to know are watching.
Okay, two, the second thing, the city of Birmingham City Schools is a hot political mess. I can't think of any other way to say it.
That was so wonderful you
See,
said.
Thank you.
No too much, baby.
No too much. So what happens is, if you're not politically affiliated, you're not getting the things that you need. What do you all want to do to separate this political affiliation from the actual, and when I say political affiliation, it's that Mayor Hill's brother is going to get the contract to build the new top golf.
We don't need that, y'all.
You understand what I'm saying? So we have that going on, where in actuality, there were other builders who were much more qualified and would have done a much better job in building these buildings, but because they weren't, and this is just an example, but because they weren't Mr. Hill brother or because they didn't live down the street from Mr. Hill or Granddaddy when they was growing up, they didn't get the contract. What are we going to do to change this culture? Because it's damaging the city of Birmingham.
The city is
Well,
damaged.
so again, I'll start out by saying leadership starts at the top.
Yes, sir.
And the first way is to get the current administration out of their office. Okay, even though the city of Birmingham and the votership may be familiar with our current administration, they're also disgruntled by our current administration.
Very true.
Birmingham has always been on the precipice of being the world leader in the city, but we haven't crossed that threshold yet. Charlotte has surpassed us. Orlando has surpassed us. Nashville, Chattanooga, all these cities around us.
Mobile and Huntsville leading the way.
Huntsville was about to pass us when it comes to the number of citizens there.
Yep.
So we have to make sure we have someone with vision. And we have yet as a city, even though we're the largest city in the state, actually as Birmingham goes, the county will go. As the county goes, Birmingham will also gravitate the state of Alabama. We just have to make sure we have someone who's not willing to fall to the pressures of being bought, who's also going to play into the corruption scam. We just seen how Oliver Robinson played in that and pretty much took a selfish role when it went to the livelihood of those and the quality of life of those individuals in North Birmingham. You have to make sure that you are knowledgeable on the people who are voting. Now, I'm not a politician, okay? And I accept that. I embrace that. I think that in order to have meaningful change, it's going to take someone outside that political arena to take Birmingham to the next level. But I do know that a lot of my leadership capabilities and qualities, both as an engineer and as a sports agent, are transferable to community leadership. And so my name is getting out there. I might not have the $2.6 million that some of my opponents might have. I might not have the war chest that the current administration of 1.5 or more.
Shade.
But at the same time,
Shade at its finest.
when I speak, I'm speaking on behalf of the citizens because I know that the voices of the citizens have not been heard down at City Hall. Now, to your second point, it's a shame when your school system is more corrupt and political than City Hall.
Right.
But we have yet to have a mayor that was willing to walk across Lynn Park and demand quality education and resources for our Birmingham City School kids and for our teachers. I'm willing to do that. I have parents.
We have a teacher in here right now.
Thank you for what you do.
My parents are retired teachers, and I know what they went through, and I know they were dedicated to their craft. They woke up every day giving their best. And when you don't give the proper resources, right now, on average, it's between $650 and $2.5 million that the current administration gives to Birmingham City Schools. That's unacceptable. I've gone through the budget, the current budget.
You saw the list of the failures.
Exactly.
Like
and my dear
three
old,
off the list that's passing.
my dear old Parker High School is on the failing school list, and that's unacceptable to me.
All high schools except Ramsey.
This
All
is
except Ramsey.
All except Ramsey and all the schools except what?
But
Phillips?
Philemon, this is a question that I do have for you. What, and you too as well, since you're running to be elected, how are you going to get younger voters to vote? What is the
I'm
plan
doing
to
that
get
right
them
now.
to vote?
Yeah, what is
I'm doing that right now. And the way I'm doing that is, since I'm not a politician, I couldn't rely on just the super seniors and the baby boomers for their support, because most of the time they're going to go with the incumbent. I had to make sure I had a small segment from all demographic groups, whether that be millennials, whether that be Generation X and Y, whether that be baby boomers and the super seniors. So I'm doing programs. I've always been in the community. I just sponsored Ramsey's golf program with golf bags and other apparel and shoes. And so those kids know me. And so those that are turning 18, those that are registering to vote, I can gain their support easily. And also those kids from other school districts that are familiar with me, familiar with my campaign, I'm not new to them. These are the type of strategies that we have implemented that no other, and we have some candidates for mayor that are on the school board, but that doesn't mean they'll make the best candidate for mayor. So we're implementing strategies that are new to the game, that are kind of more into the marketing aspect. to attract kids, and because they one day they'll be the leaders of this city. And a stat that is out there now is 25 to 30% of our kids make up this population in Birmingham, but they're 100% of our future. So if we don't educate them on and take them to the city council meetings, take them to the board meetings, the school board meetings, take them to the PTA meetings, how will they know how to maintain and keep their community safe, keep them healthy, keep them involved, unless we teach them? And there aren't that many candidates that are willing to have that dialogue with all generations.
Right. Question
All right.
Hold on. Let me hear Jordan Keevis. I'm sorry.
Okay, so to get the young people involved, one thing, I am a young people. All right, I'm 27 years old.
You better.
You
better.
I was on the board of the Young Professionals of Birmingham up until January 1st when I rolled off. I was the vice president. I rolled off because I didn't want there to be a conflict of interest.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a young person. I just graduated law school in May. Okay, so this is all still.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
He's a millennial.
He's almost Generation X.
We got another graduate from that May class with you.
Say it.
Graduated Miles College in May right there with you.
Who did?
He did.
Congratulations, everybody. But the thing is, a lot of young people, they don't even realize what city council does.
No.
So I'm going to lay that out for you real quick.
Lay it out.
Legislate, advocate, and then pass a balanced budget. Okay? So legislate, advocate, pass a balanced budget. Onto that budget, they still haven't passed it.
Which do you
Now, they were supposed to just finish passing it today, I believe, is it right there?
Yes.
It's not going to be done until August.
Wow.
So there's so many things. A lot of young people live in apartment complexes. There's not a lot of people in apartment complexes that are registered to vote at that location, because if you're living in an apartment complex, you're more than likely only there for a short period of time. Now, obviously, there are people that live in apartment complexes or condos for a longer period of time, but you still got to go out and register those people. Now, we've got to register those people 2 weeks before the election. So if you're not registered, now where can you go again to get registered?
D&D Live.
There we go.
Go to the Facebook page.
Okay,
Go to the website.
So registering voters is one thing. Getting people to actually vote. Now, there's different services in the community that are able to transport people. If you don't have a car, you can use Uber.
Man, you can call me.
Yeah, right. There we go. But I mean, back to things like Uber. That's one of the reasons I decided to run. Kim Rafferty was the only person against Uber for quite a while, and that might be because Yellow Cab was one of her donors to her campaign. We're not really sure about that.
Shade.
But you gotta have things that young people are interested in, whether it be Uber, whether it be having Sunday alcohol sales at 10 a.m. as opposed to noon.
That's right,
because,
though.
It's about getting on their level.
Exactly.
You gotta meet them where they are. They're not gonna meet you.
Now,
You gotta meet them.
older people, I love you. You're fantastic. You make things happen, but younger people do too. They are the next
That's the
generation.
future.
You gotta pass that torch sometime. You can't just let it out.
Man, don't be like Jordan, everybody.
But and the thing is, the younger people feel like their voice don't matter because so many people have made them feel like their voice don't matter. So that's why the younger people didn't go out to vote.
Exactly. Let me say something. Your voice matters. All right? We got to be the voice of the people. I want to be your voice, but I don't just want to be your voice. I want to be your hands in city council, okay? Leadership is action, not position. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Hello.
Come on in.
I understand what you all are saying, the candidates, but at the end of the day, you still need that older generation.
Absolutely.
Because they are still the pioneers and the foot soldiers.
Absolutely.
And if you can make that connection with the younger people, you'll have one dynamic outcome. You can't just disclose,
Discredit.
Discredit. I'm not saying that you are, but 4 years ago, when this guy was running for mayor, he was making good points. Everybody was feeling him, and then he made this comment. And to show you the power of the older people, they went to whipping out them government phones, flipping them and calling. Don't vote for him. He just discredited us. So, and when you're making I'm just serious.
That's an
I
Obama
ain't never
phone.
seen so many old people go from cheering him on to when he made his comment, he was like, it's time to clean house. The old folks got it. I said, oh, Jesus.
No, we need the older people for guidance and wisdom.
You have to choose your words carefully because you are wanting our votes, not just young people, but everyone's vote.
Right.
So you can't make the older people feel like, oh well, they don't count. My vote, and that's another point. You have to make everyone feel like their vote matters.
It does.
It's not just about reaching the young people. You still have to go out to the different neighborhoods, knock on doors, sit down, have a conversation with Ms. Johnson. She can educate you about the neighborhood. Have a conversation with Mr. Boobop or whatever. You know, just get it.
That's retail politics. You're absolutely right. No, I believe your question was specifically about young people, and that's why I answered it that way. But I agree with you completely. You can't discredit anybody. Everybody's voice is important. Everybody's voice deserves to be heard. And I think, you know, especially if you look at the demographics of who voted last time, the majority of voters were older African-American women. Okay? I'm a young white male. Okay? So,
I thought you were black.
I can see why.
No, but I mean, so there might even be a disconnection with some people who just see me as just a young white male. But when people understand who I am, when they understand the real me, I think that's where things change, and that's how you make positivity happen. My slogan is "Build Birmingham together," not "Build Birmingham with young people." Build Birmingham together. We're all in this, and we're all going to have to work together in order to have progress.
What I've learned since I've been campaigning, because I made my announcement in December, is that the older generations want to see someone who's passionate about taking Birmingham to the next level. And if you're willing to listen to that wisdom, if you're willing to spend some time and gain that knowledge from them, they are willing to support you and embrace you. They don't want anybody who has all the answers. I'm an engineer, but I know I don't have anything close to all the answers. I need to learn, since I'm not a politician, I need to sit down and embrace that conversation because they can educate me on some things that were going on in Birmingham that they wanted to see, or some things that were started that weren't completed. And so you have to embrace that dialogue from everyone, from citizens to veterans to everyone that makes up that citizenship in Birmingham. And that's why I've kind of enjoyed, I didn't think I was going to enjoy the campaign trail, but I've been enjoying it because I don't mind going door to door. I know I'm going to get a couple of no's or get a couple I don't want to talk to you. But for the most part, they have been very receptive all across the city because they want to pass the torch. And so as long as they know you're honest and you're purposeful in what you're trying to do, they'll embrace you if you embrace them.
Absolutely.
Great questions, great dialogue, great feedback from everybody. The feeds are hot, the radio waves are hot, but I don't want us to go too off track from this week's subject. I want to make sure that everyone that was invited in has a chance to speak on the importance of being tested and STDs in the community. I think everywhere that we have branched off kind of ties back into that, talking about the youth, talking about your responsibility and owning it. But I don't want us to kind of miss it. Like Mr. Matt Wilson was brought in because he feeds the homeless in the park. So I'm sure he deals with some of these issues on a daily basis. Ms. Danielle Blanks is a counselor in the school system. And just like you're talking about young children being at the age of 12 years old, being able to go to the health department and get tested without their parents' consent. One of the things that we highlighted this week was Dr. Cree on her podcast, her live feed, how she was talking about the importance and need to be tested. She gave a long list of all types of things to be wrong, which I couldn't spell half one or pronounce the other half, but she knew them and had lots of information on it. Not trying to shine anyone out because we're going to definitely hit all your issues, give everyone a chance to kind of highlight what they do, but I want to make sure we had exhausted the topic at hand. So if there's anyone else in the studio like Ms. Danielle Blanks in the back in the peanut gallery, that was like
that was shade.
Actually, I have a question for Dr. Johnson, Mr. Wilson, and for Mr. Thompson. Recently, I developed a program for the homeless citizens of Birmingham. I was in the downtown library doing some research, and I took a break, went to the restroom. When I opened the door, there was a homeless citizen taking a bath in the sink. And so, being an engineer, trying to be a problem solver, I did a little research and found out that in places like San Francisco, in Los Angeles, excuse me, as well as in Atlanta, they have these mobile trailers that they've converted into showers. And on July 14th through the 23rd, we're looking to host a 8-shower stall trailer at Lynn Park, at Kelly Ingram Park, and Brother Byron Park, so that our homeless citizens can take a bath or take a shower in privacy and with dignity.
Wow, that is awesome.
Is there any opportunity for you to bring your expertise and services to help us with that? Because Birmingham right now has a population of 450 or so homeless citizens at any given time. And we want this project to grow into something where we have these pop-up care villages like they do in San Francisco, where not only they're not providing showers, but they're providing food, health care, and free testing for various diseases as well as STDs. And I would like to get the experts in their field and those who have been working with our homeless citizens, because my long-term goal is to eliminate homelessness in Birmingham. But there are going to be resources that need to be brought together in order to make that happen. So my first question is, how can we work together on that project in July? Because it'll be an ongoing project. And what, I guess, advice would you give us, since this is our first time doing it, to make it a mutually beneficial situation for us?
Well, first of all, it's a very real need in Birmingham. And, so just to go back to what you guys were saying a minute ago about government. First of all, the government is not going to solve all of these problems.
Correct.
So it's going to take people,
Right.
And I'm thankful that you're not a politician. I'm thankful that Jordan is not a politician, because I've got friends that are at all levels of political office, and I appreciate what they do. But, some people get into political office and they stay there, and then they get disconnected with the actual people that they're serving. And that's a major problem throughout this country. Not just Birmingham, not just the state of Alabama.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. But at the end of the day, when we've got people that are caring for people, which is, that's what homeless people are. They are just people. And when you realize that that is another human being, and you realize that that is somebody who, maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they, grew up in a bad environment. Maybe they, got arrested for making a bad decision. At the end of the day, we take them love, we take them grace, we let them know, again, that we love them and God loves them. And, when they know that, and we go back down there, we develop relationships with them, and we make them realize that they matter to us and to other people. You can see, so this morning, for example, I went down and I've been leading a small group at Lynn Park at 9 a.m. on Friday mornings. I went down to see my buddy Ernest, and he lives underneath the bridge between Boutwell and BJCC. Well, he did until the government got involved, and now for the past 2 weeks I haven't been able to find him. Well, come to find out today that he was arrested for disorderly conduct. What does that consist of? I don't know, because I called the Birmingham City Jail this morning trying to get in touch with him, and they said yes, he is here, and said it was for disorderly conduct. I said, well, what does that constitute? And they could not explain that to me. Now, what I think happened was, and again, I don't know all the facts, so I don't want to get into too much, but the man has had everything that he owns moved 4 times since I've known him, since last August. So he was living under a gazebo in Lynn Park. Then he moved under the bridge between BJCC and Boutwell. Then he moved under an overpass where all of his stuff got thrown away. Everything he had got thrown away. Then he moved back under the bridge, and now he probably said, why am I moving again? Now he's a big guy. He's 6'3", 250. And, he's kind of loud. He's kind of the leader in the park. But, at the end of the day, if somebody moved everything that I had 4 different times in less than a year,
you're gonna respond.
I'd be pretty angry.
Right.
Now I picked him up. He's been to church with me 6 or 7 times now, and I picked him up a couple weeks ago, and I get there and he's still asleep, and so he's laying there on the ground, no blanket, no pillow. His girlfriend Keisha right there next to him, and I said, Ernest, and I kind of got over close to him, and he pops up with a smile on his face. He said, "Hey, Keisha, wake up. And he woke up with a smile on his face, sleeping under an overpass.
Lord have mercy.
Sleeping with no blanket, no pillow, nothing.
Still can smile.
Still smiling. And he wakes up. He, had his smile, and he was ready to go. That was it. Now, she had, a couple puffs on a cigarette, then she was ready to go. I mean, no shower, no shave, nothing. Just ready to go. And, I'm thankful to be a part of a church where they were welcome. Mm-hmm. And, they walked right in with me. Nobody has once said, what are they doing here?
Man, we got an issue in the community, y'all.
Because
if we would have brought them to our church,
a lot of churches, Jesus would not be welcome in today.
Right.
That's
you
don't even wash your feet.
Don't get me
I
burned.
and that's why I want to make sure that we as citizens of the humane community
we'll be out there tomorrow with you.
Can come together to not only provide showers, but to provide area of expertise that's gathered around.
Well, let me tell you what else we're doing.
To bring that.
All right, so not only are we establishing relationships with them, but the first Saturday of every month we're going out there and we're feeding them, we're clothing them, we're bringing water, we're bringing other supplies, hygiene kits. Again, we've got the people from the medical community. So we'll be out there tomorrow morning, Lynn Park, 9 a.m., and we try to, be at Lynn Park on a regular basis. Now, sometimes we end up at Kelly Ingram or Brother Brian. It just depends on, if there's another event going on that we weren't aware of. Sometimes we've just got to, improvise. But not only are we doing that, we've got groups that are going out there 2nd Saturday, 3rd Saturday, 4th Saturday, 5th Saturday when that falls. But July 15th, we're having a large serve day. So, coordinating around the same time that y'all are going to have, the showers out there. We're going to have a party down there in the park for the homeless. Okay. So we're going to have food. We're going to have all of these things that we normally do, but we're also going to have some entertainment. Mm-hmm. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to have, fun and games for them. We're going to have the ability for them to, again, just experience love that they don't ever experience. So again, back to Ernest's situation. He's 74 years old. He spent 35 years in prison for murder, and here is this young guy coming around telling him that he loves him. The first time I gave him a hug and told him I love him, he said, "Watch it with that." I said, "Look, nothing funny about it, but I'm serious. I do." Right. And at the end of the day, they've got to know that we love them. We got to know that we respect them. Yeah. But it's not just going down there and serving them while they're homeless. You want to end homelessness, we've got to give them next steps that they can take.
Right. And that's why I'm trying to gather as much information as I can when it comes to the counseling that they may need, whether it be mental, whether it be health-related, STDs, whatever their needs are. In the long-term goal, we want to be able to provide that when we start having these pop-up care villages for our homeless.
And we'll get together with you afterwards, and we can try and, coordinate and try to see what we can do for you.
Okay, thank you.
Well,
I'd love to help.
I think it's important to look at the groups that are already out there helping homeless people and connect with them, because they have a lot of those resources available to them immediately, and that might be able to, that's something they could pass on to you, whether or not that's just a phone number or it's money. Anything helps, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I think it's important to look at groups like Project Homeless Connect, Homeless Veterans Initiative of Alabama. One of my buddies started. I think it's great.
Man, I'm telling you, Jordan, the man.
Just People Project, right here.
Just People Project.
Look at the shirt. Get the shirt now. On this hashtag Just People Project.
Hashtag the Just People Project.
And he said we can get shirts here already.
Look at the groups that are already.
Which color they want 2 shirts?
They're going to be able to provide eyes and ears And they already know
We'll be
what's
out
going on.
tomorrow.
They know
Awesome.
those roadblocks that you're going to have to go through. I don't know how far along with this process you are already for the Shower of Love
Well,
tour.
we've been able to make a lot of progress in a short period of time. Like I said, that situation at the library just happened about a month and a half ago.
Okay.
But when I went back to my desk, it was on my mind and heart to try to solve that problem. And since we've been, because I actually just presented to the Birmingham Waterworks Board, and they're on board. They're considering actually donating the water for that 10-day period.
They need to. I'm just saying, they need to.
Put the pressure on them. But I'm looking forward to that partnership. And I just want to make sure that since it's going to be an ongoing process after July, that we have the necessary resources to accommodate our homeless citizens here. And so, like you said, they're still citizens. They just need leadership that's going to speak in their behalf and be their voice. And it's like that with the kids. There's a health component that we have to make sure that we're able to provide for them. And tonight's discussion includes that. And because they have needs on the health side, the medical side.
Yes, they do.
They may need testing. They may need counseling because, mental health is also another stigma within our community.
That's a big deal.
And so we need to make sure that we bring those expert professionals together to resolve this type of situation.
Absolutely. And I think, bringing it back to the conversation that we kind of started with, sanitation is one of the most important things you can have. And when you're homeless, you're not going to have access to showers.
Right.
You're not going to have access to soap.
Almost nothing.
Yeah.
When is the pop-up shower day?
Well, it's called the Shower of Love Tour. And it's July 14th through the 23rd.
Okay, so why you didn't ask D&D Live to do something?
Yes, we need volunteers.
You got D&D Live, you don't?
I'm on my live Facebook feed as well.
Shade.
Always, but I have somebody that said that they'll donate soap.
Okay. Because we're definitely going to be giving away personal hygiene packets to the individuals that come. And so that'll include soap, that'll include toothpaste, toothbrush, and deodorant.
The Deja King Foundation will donate toothpaste.
Thank you.
We'll donate toothpaste.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Project
it.
Blessings.
We will have D&D there live. It's a 10-day period, so you guys can come out and broadcast if you like.
I won't be there, but I'll
volunteer.
We want to help.
All right, listen.
Did you hear that, Amy?
All right, let me say this. We have new people on the panel, and I'm counting Philemon is new the way he acting right now.
I'm talking about
D&D Live is the voice. Is the voice of the people. Anything, that's what we call it. Anything that is going on to help people and to bring a positive light on what's going on, we're all about. We met Matt Wilson no more than 2 weeks ago. And before our first conversation was over, he was asked to be on the show, on the panel. So on July 5th, all you have to do is send us a date.
July 15th.
July 15th.
July 15th and tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
every first Saturday. But July 15th is the big survey.
Meet Deja King Foundation, D&D Live in the park tomorrow. We'll be out there with Matt Wilson and the Perpetual
Lifestyle Planning.
Perpetual Lifestyle
That's just
Planning.
my business, though. That has nothing to do with
your ministry.
Right.
Well, D&D Live and the Deja King Foundation will be out there at 9 a.m. in the morning at Lynn Park. Anybody want to join us? Helping feed the homeless, doing her H2O drive. Shantae Renee has toiletries and different things of that nature, just trying to give back to the public. And we just want to highlight anybody that's doing that. So if you're on the panel and you know of something that's going on,
well, let me tell you
don't
a
act
couple
like
more things that's
Philemon.
going on.
Share the information. Ask
Wow.
us. We're glad to come out. We're glad to volunteer.
Get him.
Philemon, since you're new, we're going to donate 10 interns.
He act brand new over there.
Oh,
no, I'm not acting brand new.
So Philemon, the Plug Radio Network, separate from D&D Live.
You already
No.
Well, no.
You guys would definitely be a part of
well, the D&D Live is going to do what she's going to do.
Okay.
But as the VP of the Plug Radio Network, I want to donate 10 of our interns to come out and help serve and pass out things and be a part of.
I appreciate that.
As far as the college internship, that's some hands-on, getting back on the ground, giving back, being a part of that, helping season those young lives.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So can I tell you a little bit more about, all right, when we go down and we identify these people, and you're going to meet some of our friends tomorrow.
Okay.
When y'all come, these are not just going to be you know, homeless A, homeless B. I mean, I know them by name.
Okay.
And, you know, so through that relationship, that is how life change happens. And, you know, again, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So if they develop positive relationships, they're getting positive encouragement, and they want to take a step and make a change, this is how we can help them do that. So one of those ways that they're going to be able to do that is there's a place called the Farm for Hope that two of my friends, Tom Powers and Johnny Mills, they have started, and that is a place in Vanderbilt, Alabama. So there are 8 cabins. It's on 30 acres. It's a place that it's going to have a 1-year program where they can learn vocational skills.
Wow.
They can learn job skills. They can learn life skills. They can get positive encouragement. And they are going to, you know, get God's word instilled in their life as well. So in that situation, you're taking them out of their circumstances. You're taking them into a life-giving environment. And you're really giving them the ability to not only get back on their feet, but hit the ground running. Because we want to connect with local business owners. When they come out of this program, we want them to have jobs. We want them to have a place to stay. And this is, you know, not just for homeless. This is people that are, you know, just out of prison. This is for people that are, you know, recovering from addiction.
Reentry.
And, you know, yeah, I mean, it's basically anybody that needs to be reintroduced to society that they've gotten disconnected somehow. Because the reality is, you know,
it could have been anyone.
Evil is real, and you know, and God is real, and evil is real.
Yes,
Okay,
right.
and so from that standpoint, you know, the enemy wants us isolated, and the more isolated, the more disconnected, the more we think that there is no hope for us, the more difficult it's going to be for these people to come back from whatever situation they're in. So that's one way that these people can take a step. Now, some people don't want to go to, you know, Vanderbilt, Alabama. They don't want to take that step. What we're meeting about, I've got a meeting next week with some guys who are interested in building tiny houses in Birmingham, like they've done in Nashville, like they've done in Seattle, like they've done in LA. All over the country, these things are popping up where we've got the land. You know, so the Birmingham Land Bank Authority, they've got lots of land that is vacant that they want to improve. So if we could take a portion of that land, you know, just one of their lots, and put a handful of these tiny homes on the lots, then you've got, you know, if you've got a mobile shower, whatever, but you've got these little homes that's a step for them.
That
you know,
is.
now they've got a roof over their head, they've got
That's
a place
a big step.
to secure their belongings. And, you know, it's giving them, now, hopefully they get into a place like that and they say, I want a bigger place, I want a place of my own, 300 square feet or, you know, whatever it's going to be. That's not going to be enough for them. But that's just one other option that should be available. Because the thing in developing these relationships, again, you know, I've been to the library and I've hung out with Ernest there. You know, I mean, so they go to the library to get out of the elements. They go to the library to play on the computers, read books. Ernest reads all the time. And but they also need to have situations outside of just the shelters, because the things that I've been told from the shelters, and I appreciate what the shelters do, but some of them, you know, they don't like staying in the shelters because, you know, I've been told that they're not as clean as they want them to be, they're not as safe as they want them to be. It's just kind of a chaotic environment. And so, you know, it's we've got to have options, because the next step for one person is not going to be the next step for every person. But we got to have options.
We have to make sure we understand how we got to this point. If you notice, at one time in Lynn Park, you had benches, because I can remember several times in the past where I had gone out to that gazebo that you spoke of in Lynn Park. They used to have tables and chairs out there, and that's where a lot of our homeless citizens used to play chess. And I would go out there and play chess with them. And so, but within the last 2 to 3 years, the mayor's office actually took the benches out of Lynn Park. And so that's putting more stress on the library, which is right next to Lynn Park. And so you're putting more stress not only on that building, you're putting stress on the librarians that work in there now, because now they have to be counselors, they have to be doctors, and so a number of our homes, from time to time, you may come across one or two that may have health issues. and they get mad like that. And now you have a situation in the library, and then you may have a college kid that's trying to use the computer to do some work, and he's in this situation, and it's because of we haven't applied the proper resources to handle this type of situation. We've been putting a Band-Aid on a cancer.
Birmingham is on a big Band-Aid.
And so we have to make sure, because when you have, honestly, if you go to the library on the south side, there's a stench in the air because they're forced due to trying to survive to use that restroom and that library to take baths, both men and women. And so when you have bad hygiene situations, that goes to, STDs and other type of situations. And so we have to make sure we apply the proper resources, the proper funding, not only to the libraries, but also to ratify homelessness, to make sure that we can minimize these health issues, these STDs within our city. And until you change leadership, you'll have the same thing.
Let me say one more thing.
Okay.
And, so again, going back to the government, right now, in order to reserve Lynn Park for Serve Day on July the 15th, we went down and we spoke to the traffic and engineering department, and, we got somebody who gave us, all the rules and the ordinances and this, that, and the other, whereas we know that people want to help, and whereas we know that there are people that need help, and whereas this and whereas that. Now, you can go to this specific location around the park, or you can go to this vacant lot over here, or you can go to this spot over here. Why not make it easy to help people that need help? I mean, at the end of the day, why put a lot of rules and regulations in place when people need help and we're trying to help?
Right. Right.
And then, we also had to go to the Parks and Rec department after that, because the traffic and engineering department did not control the actual park. They just controlled the, various aspects around the park.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to have all of these different things in order to, reserve the park. I mean, you had to pay a deposit. You had to have a certificate of liability. You've got to have $30 an hour for the police.
Yeah, I was going to say
this, that, and the other. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's
just going down there to help people.
Just to get back. You can't.
Why make it difficult?
That's Birmingham.
Yeah.
And another thing that the government has to do, in addition to helping people, they've got to help businesses come in and help them thrive, because
incentives.
That's why some of those cities that you mentioned are doing so well, is because they make it easy to do business.
Yeah.
And as businesses come in, that means more jobs.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you cure homelessness,
That's
by
right.
giving somebody, teaching them how to fish instead of giving them a fish.
Exactly.
So that's the key.
We have to make sure that, like in Top Golf, they initially committed to, I think it was 25% minority and women-owned participation, but when they did the latest research, it was less than 1%. And so I know for a fact in both Dallas and in Atlanta, certain projects, if it's below 25% minority and women-owned business participation, they're going to have an investigation. And so you're right, we have to make sure that we have incentive packages in place that can not only include minority and women-owned businesses, but we can actually grow that number. We don't have the type of technology, services and vendor companies that we have in Atlanta. For example, H.J. Russell, the construction company, actually built the Georgia Dome that the Falcons currently play in. They're moving out soon, but the Georgia Dome was built by H.J. Russell. His daughter actually at one time had the concessions contract at the airport. We need to be able to foster and grow those type of situations so that we get away from the normal major corporations taking advantage of what's going on in Birmingham. But you're also correct when it comes to helping the people, whether it's through the Shower of Love tour, whether it's through your organization trying to help the homeless. There's too much red tape that you have to go through just to help the next man, your brother man. And it's unacceptable, actually.
It really is.
Overregulation in this case is definitely hindering growth.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I don't mean to cut anybody off, But everybody's talking about help. And everybody's talking about the hard time that you all are having with helping. I want to eliminate that for everybody in the room. Let me tell you a little something. You are sitting on the set of D&D Live. D&D Live is coming up on their first annual gala, their anniversary, and the reason this show started is when Philando Castile and another young man got killed. Alton Sterling. It started as MOBS, Mothers of Black Sons, nationwide Facebook group that were concerned with bridging the gap between law enforcement and the community. Not in a violent way, but in a show of love, to let officers know that there are people over here that respected them and what they do, and to let the community know that there was good officers out here as well to bridge the gap. Well, as it started growing and they started informing people, it went to more of just informing people about what was going on in the law enforcement field, but about bringing resources back to the community. That's kind of how this forum started. It went from, because our co-host is in Palmdale, California, with a listening audience out there, and they have coordinators in every state inside of the United States. D&D Live's mission this year is to go on a 50-state tour where they're visiting 2 cities in each state, talking about stopping the violence, broadcasting a live show on remote there, and they already have coordinators and contacts in each state. The only thing that they do not have is the funding. So what they're doing this year is hosting their first annual gala. Everybody, please hold up that ticket I gave you. Hold it up so the camera can see it. Dr. Cree, yours is to your right.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me out.
Tickets to the gala are $50. It was going to be at the Sheraton, but it has been moved to the Fairfield Civic Center, and that is a blessing because we started off projecting 300. That number has grown to 500. We will be serving an elegant meal. If you are single, we will be raffling, or tired of your other, we'll be raffling off 5 meals a day. Stop it, Dr. Cree. And Kevious Bridge is one of them. Young Beefcake.
That's why he wore them shoes.
Be sure to go to the Be sure to go to the website next week for early bidding. We will have raffles where we'll be giving away TV, dinner at Brio's, days at the spa. There'll be a photographer on site.
I ain't trying to get number today.
It is a black tie event. All digital photos and downloads will be free. But if you'd like to take an actual picture that you want to leave there with, all donations of that will go back to the gala as well. There'll be live music. There'll be a praise dance performance. There'll be a comedian performing live. She's in the building right now, Sandy.
Hit it, right here.
Right there.
Bam!
There will be a nice meal that will include more than chicken breast and rice pilaf.
Thank you so much.
I know elegant means more than chicken and rice pilaf. I'm sorry.
And there will be a step show.
There will be a step show by the Alpha Phi Alphas. We've been recruiting Kevious Hard and his Lion brothers. Ooh, sacrifice for the mic. She got a joke for it. 1 second, Sandy. All funds from the gala will go to fund the 50-state tour. If you're interested to know about the tour, if you want to participate, details are already out there. We can bring you up to speed. Be sure you go to our website. We're trying to reach back and give to the community. Anybody that comes in the show will tell you we never charge. We always just try to give a platform out. And we try to be non-biased. Jordan Thompson is in now. 2 weeks ago we had Deanna Reed in. Same election, same office. We're not endorsing either candidate. What we're endorsing is a platform so they can get their information out to the people.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
That's what this 50-state tour is all about. Getting the information, getting resources, getting tools out. Now, there will be 300 to 500 of your constituents there, Jordan, and I'm not going to mention to you that someone in your race has already bought a table.
You're not going to mention it?
No, I'm definitely not going to mention the Felipe here because 2 people have already bought a table.
That's okay.
Now, along with the table, we also have other packages. If you are running for office, you have a package if you want to speak. If you want to disseminate literature, those are other things that we can discuss later. But do not feel like anything you're doing is to support me or my wife. My wife walked away from a $40,000 a year job, which may not be much to most. But when you walk away from it to do radio full time and you did not have a guaranteed income, it's guaranteed that you're not doing it for the money. She feels like this is the mission that God has put us on.
Exactly.
And God said you have not because you ask not. The 50-state tour kicks off 2 weeks after the gala, and it's going to start on both coasts simultaneously. Her co-host already has her first 12 cities. Sheeta has her first 12 cities. You'll be able to track it and log where your contributions went on the Facebook page and on the internet and on her website. You'll be able to hear the shows broadcast live in those cities, and we will give weekly and monthly updates of what's going on in those cities after we leave. But to get the things done that God has laid on us to do, we need everybody that's listening. We need everybody that's watching. We need everybody that's sitting in studio, if you can, to support. If the $50 gala tickets are too much for you, we have $10 raffle tickets. You do not have to be present to win. If you cannot buy a raffle ticket, we have enough if you want to go sell some raffle tickets to try to help support the game.
You can sell them for leaving.
If you are able to buy more than one ticket and you want to look out for somebody else, we have discount rates on tables. It's your group rate. Send a couple people down. But everything we're doing is to fund the tour, to fund change. We've been doing this for a year and have never asked anybody for anything to help us do what we do. Only the good Lord above provide resources and the platform. But now it's
Praise
time.
the Lord.
We are ready to go to the next level what God has given us.
And stay tuned for the D&D Live Health Fair with Dr. Creed. That's right.
Yes, the health fair is
What's the
coming.
date?
The health fair has not been planned out yet, but
To be determined.
to let you know that it's real, check our Facebook page. We've been to the Brownstone twice in the last 30 days broadcast, and we'll be back again next Monday. Every 2 weeks live with Dr. Creed and me, broadcasting health tips to the community, making sure we're keeping people plugged in. We support everyone. Now we need your support. Hold your tickets up one more time, make sure the camera's good. You can log into the Facebook page, Sandy. There's a page at the very bottom where you can leave your information and how many tickets you want, Sandy Morgan. Thank you all.
Really? You gonna call me
I ain't talking about Sandy. We've been friends since 3rd grade. It's okay. You know?
But that's what we need to inspire everybody. It's a character.
One of the other things we want to do, we've invited a lot of special guests in, and we want everyone to have a chance to speak to the listening audience about what they do and how you can get connected. The first person that we want to give the floor to, you know I'm a gentleman,
That's
so
right.
forgive me.
Come on, Doc.
Miss Ancrea Trumbull Johnson.
You gotta say doctor, boy.
Hold on. Her husband and I, he listened.
Oh, I know
better
he
say
is.
Mrs. You might trip me up one time. You know? Dr. Mrs. or Mrs. Doctor, right there. And Creel, he helped me, he said doctor.
All right, come on,
And
Dr.
Creel
Johnson.
Trumbull Johnson.
Thank you guys for having me. I look forward to working with you guys, and Brownstone is coming by and table for the game.
Oh, thank you.
Y'all better touch. Everybody touch.
Touch and agree. Touch and agree.
Touch him.
And you can follow me on all social media at Dr. Spell Dr. Out, K-R-E, and I look forward to reaching out with you guys and just follow up and working with you and everybody else. That's at Dr. Spell Dr. Out, K-R-E, and we'll see you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. And Dr. Cree, one more thing. Give me your phone number, how they can get appointments.
Get
And
an appointment and you need an awesome family medicine doctor that listens to you, that prays with you, that's just awesome towards you. You can come see me as well. I'm at Brownstone Total Family Healthcare. My number is 205-202-5650. And we're located on the campus of St. Lucie. Thank you.
all right. Come on, Jordan.
One, thank y'all for having me. I really do appreciate it. I had a good time. It's time I'd like to come back. I know we talked about next week. I'm going to see if I can do that.
Okay.
We got a
Stay
governor
tuned, too. We
candidate
got
coming
Scott
in.
Dawson in the building
We got a lot
next
of good
week.
things.
We got a governor candidate coming in next week.
That's
Maybe
cool.
your
We can have
connection to
some big time conversations.
Yes.
Because you know it's also important not just to be politically involved in the city, but you got to be involved with the state too, and make a lot of things happen. So,
For the city.
exactly. That's why a lot of the stuff Birmingham's tried to do has been shut down. They don't really have the best relationships with the state. So we'll see if we can change that. But if you'd like to get to know me better, you can call me. We can have a drink. We can just talk. I'd like to do that. I want you to know the real Jordan Thompson. So 205-578-1831. You can call. You can text. My website is Thompson, that's THOMPSON, 2017.com. We have a Facebook page, Jordan Thompson for Birmingham City Council District 2. So with your help, we can build Birmingham together, because we're all in this together.
That's right.
So thank you all again for having me. I appreciate it.
Love it. Okay, Matt Wilson.
And so thank you so much for having me tonight. It's been a pleasure, and obviously have a passion for the homeless and for helping people. And so my business, Perpetual Lifestyle Planning, is helping people through the continuous planning for their lifestyle. And people typically come in for financial needs, but I'm able to help them with all aspects of their lifestyle. So if they want to better their lifestyle, we can help them with that.
Some kind of like a life coach, maybe?
No, it's financial planning and things of that nature. So if somebody wants to better their lifestyle, we can help them with investment management, wealth management, things of that nature. If they want to protect their lifestyle, we've got life insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance. If they need to transition their lifestyle, then there's retirement planning, income planning. And for businesses, we can help them in many aspects. So key man insurance, buy-sell agreements, obviously group benefits and 401k plans, things of that nature. But at the end of the day, the goal is to help people, and we just happen to get to help people and make a good living doing that. So it's a blessing to be here, and again, I just want to encourage everybody, do something, because the reality is that there are too many people that are out there right now that are listening to this saying, somebody ought to do something about this. Somebody ought to do something about that.
Yep.
You're right. Somebody should, and that person is you.
That person is you.
So everybody needs to get involved, and we'd love to have y'all come out tomorrow,
we'll be
9 a.m. at Lynn Park. I know y'all gonna be there, but
be
the
there.
listeners out there in Radio World, love to have them out there. And then July 15th as well, for Serve Day. But if you want to reach me for business purposes, you can call me at 205-235-5064. Perpetual Lifestyle Planning is located in Perimeter Park South, and we're right next to the Perry Steakhouse and the building there. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And I've really enjoyed it, and I'd love to come back sometime.
Okay, we'll love to have you back. Come on, Philemon.
Well, first, like everyone else, thank you. It's been very fun being
Every
back.
time you come.
Yes, it's always
You did
fun.
good tonight.
Philemon, you owe me too.
For her trunk
Yeah,
foundation,
you
you
owe
had
me
her
too.
add a
You're
kid.
right.
You know, I
You're
went
right.
up to 17 kids.
Really?
Yeah.
See what happens when you're challenged?
And you got to come
You
in
got
and see.
20
We've been
kids,
doing
Chantal.
donation drives at the station.
Oh,
We
yeah, I do. I got
all-
twins.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
it.
day
I
I
got
see
twins.
the
full of
stuff.
stuff. All y'all before you leave, you
Y'all
got to
fall
see.
down.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
see
talking
stuff.
about. See,
I can't even
And
get
her
my
at
office
home
in
is the same way.
we have
And
to
her
push each
garage
other.
at the home.
Shantae,
outside the
tell
home.
Yeah.
Philemon, hold on. Shantae, tell them what you do a little bit. Dr. Pre don't know.
Okay, let me get my mic over here.
Cause she finna get real.
Yeah, she finna go there.
Come on, all right, I'm here.
We love you, Philemon, but ladies first.
Hold on, Philemon.
That's all.
I might skip to the
have
gallery
absolutely
day.
no
Yeah,
problem
get
with that.
ready.
No,
I had
no, I'm good.
I had to step in on Philemon real quick because, he challenged me in here. But basically, the Deja King Foundation is actually, I am the co-founder.
Correct.
I took myself away as being the founder. Actually, Deja, which is my daughter, she's the founder. Because without her, then there would not be a Deja King Foundation. But she was born normal. At the age of 6 months, she contracted pneumococcal meningitis that left her with multiple disabilities. They told us that if she did more than what would be expected, it would be a miracle. Next month, July the 19th, she will be 20 years old. So we'll celebrate her 20th birthday. I often found myself over the years when school would start being very depressed because I wanted her to be like other kids. I often knew that, and I know that God is real and He is who He is, but I am still human and I am still her mother, So 2015, I realized that my role was coming to an end as she began to be a senior, and I wanted her to walk as the other peers that started kindergarten with her. My intentions was only to bless one student with all the essentials that they would need to start off their new college endeavors. But I ended up putting it on Facebook, and people started donating, saying, I'll do this and I'll do that. And I kind of stepped out on faith. In my first year, I did 5. I did 5 students, and to this day, the students didn't have, their parents still haven't had to buy anything for them, and this is going to be the 3rd year in college. Last year, I did 30 students. I think I bit off a little more than I could chew, but it was fun.
Break it down, Shantae. Like, what are you providing?
I provide, well, we provide, because it's not just me, it's the community, because the community is involved in this as well. We provide them with all the essentials, toiletries, cleaning products, totes to store their stuff in, bedding, sheets, everything. And when we go in there in my office, that's just a small portion,
iPads,
of what.
refrigerators.
Yeah, but this year I'm going out big. I'm going out a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a drawing. And so far we have 3 iPads that has been donated. We have 2 refrigerators that has been donated, 3 microwaves, printers, a Roku TV that's already with the Roku already built in, a wireless speaker, wireless Bluetooth speaker. So the winners' names will be, put into a hat. But needless to say, they had to write an essay, so they wouldn't just randomly pick. They had to write a 300-word essay telling why they think they should be the winner. And I had a panel of judges, and I had 5 judges that judged them, and my judges are ranged from somebody to nobody. So that way there's a person in every aspect of life that can judge these. And they had strict qualifications that they had to pass. We went by grammar. We went by just a lot of stuff in the essays. It wasn't based upon needs. It was based upon wants, achievements, and things of that nature. So this year, 20. My intentions was to start with 10.
Now, who was it that encouraged you to do more?
Philemon Hill did.
Now see, if Philemon Hill could encourage you to do more on that level, imagine what he could do with Birmingham.
Oh my God! People ain't gonna stop.
Philemon did encourage me to do more, but typically I really do more outside of that. I do not read the stories until the judges have really, give them back to me, and I usually read them the night before the party. This time I did it a little different. I read them before. So within the ones that I did pick, I found that I had 2 sets of twins that will be sharing dorms together. Right. So that's how my numbers increase with some of the other ones, because I can't do one without the other. Right. You can't have them not matching into one, so I'm doing the twins. Needless to say, I'm doing the twins. God has been extremely good. Even though we have a lot of stuff, that's not enough for me. I want them to have more. I need more for them. So I'm still taking donations until July the 15th. You can PayPal me the money. It doesn't matter. I have people in every area of Birmingham that I don't have to do it. They'll meet them. I have basically 150 volunteers. So
congratulations.
Well, let me where you want to meet you at.
We'll discuss that after.
I'll be right here. We'll be right here in my mic.
Yeah. But I just want to close out by saying I enjoy being here each and every time.
We love you.
And,
you know that.
I have a passion for Birmingham. I have a passion for people. And this is a platform where I get to share that passion to all that's listening and more. I enjoy getting to know new people, new personalities with different expertise in different areas. And so what I enjoy as an engineer is being able to come up with solutions where we can combine those areas of expertise to benefit the citizens in the surrounding area. And so, again, I appreciate the continual invitation. And as I grow, D&D Live will grow.
You better say it.
So, I just appreciate this, because I do believe me in this current position, pursuing the office of the mayor of Birmingham, is a divine guidance type situation. And so I appreciate that for what it is, because if I was left to my own devices, I would not be in Birmingham, because I don't think Birmingham is progressive enough right now. But be that as it may, I'm here, and there is no regret. I'm enjoying every step of this journey, and I just want to make sure that Birmingham gets to the next level, and we all get there to enjoy that next level. And so, again, continue to do what you all do. And I'm going to continue to fight for this position as the mayor of Birmingham. because I know my slogan is "Let's build a better Birmingham," and so together we can build a better Birmingham. So thanks again.
Always. You know, D&D Live is here for all of you. This is what we are here for. And like you said, this is divine intervention for me as well. You know, I always did want to be in radio, but just didn't know what I would be doing in radio. And with this platform, I knew it, I had to do it. I accepted the assignment, and it's not easy, you know, but it is what it is.
But it's working.
It is, especially when we link up and can do all this stuff, like meeting Matt and going out with him tomorrow.
Right.
That's a blessing.
That's good.
So, you know, we're here to serve, so I just want to do what I'm supposed to do.
I got an event I want to put on
Yeah.
for my nonprofit. It's not even political at all. So I know you mentioned my nonprofit at the very beginning recently. It's called Teams for Troops, like sports teams. What we do is we send sports-related care packages to deployed military units. We give tickets to sporting events to returning soldiers, troops, and then we also promote TBI research, traumatic brain injury. Well, us and Team Red, White, and Blue, which has workouts for veterans every day of the week, we're having a yoga night at Ghost Train Brewery on July 4th at 6 p.m.
I'm going.
We have a yoga instructor that's certified, and they're going to be selling beer there.
Freddie, you want to go with me?
Where is it? Bring a yoga mat if you got one, but it should be a good time. You don't obviously
That's
you don't have to be you don't have to be a veteran to do the yoga, but we're supporting veterans, we're supporting the camaraderie, we're supporting the community. So please, if you can, come out, fitness, beer, friends, it's gonna be a good time.
Okay, where at again?
Ghost Train Brewery. It's on 3rd Avenue, and it's across from Iron Tribe CrossFit Gym.
And it's July 4th?
That is July 4th at 6 p.m. So you'll be able to see the fireworks and everything afterwards.
How much is it?
It's free. Now, if you'd like to donate to Teams for Troops, you can. Teamsfortroops.org also works. Facebook.com/TeamsForTroopsAL as in Alabama.
And no problem, we'd love to come. I'm also, first and foremost, I'm with my wife, don't tell my mom. Secondly, I represent the Plug Radio Network. And anytime we hear about stuff like this, we like to donate media if we can.
Yes, please.
I didn't donate it to Matthew because I understand the sensitivity of his issue. When you're dealing with certain people, you want to make sure that privacy. And I want to respect people, and I don't want to try to shine a light that shouldn't be shining. But at the same time, anytime that we can highlight something that's going on that needs highlighting, like when we heard that Dr. Cree was doing her thing every 2 weeks, she was like, hey, let us put some support behind it. So Lehman was doing his meet and greet. Hey, let us put some support behind it. We would like to, if you're all right with it, to come bring the cameras out and do some interviews while we're on scene with the coordinator and tell people about the project and what's going on. Because I have veterans in my family, like my cousin Wade over here.
Absolutely.
And I hadn't heard it. Yeah, that's my cousin. That's my first cousin. Wade been my first cousin.
It's from another mother.
Listen, Wade has been married in the family 21 years. Emmanuel, Stephen. What's the third one name? Wade, help me out. Emmanuel, Stephen, Philip. All biblical names, but listen, I remember when my cousin was pregnant with them all, so Wade is definitely family. When Wade came home from the Army, there wasn't no kids, wasn't no ring, wasn't no nothing. It was just a tall white guy. Wade family. Nobody even see it. Wade ain't even. Wade has crossed all types of lines. Wade has been with his family through the up, through the down. I would hurt you about Wade. Wade is family. My first cousin, not cousin-in-law, not cousin. Wade is my cousin. Wade supports me in everything that I do.
Don't get Wade started. How you became a mighty long.
No, don't give him the mic because he know me before I became this.
Me and Wade have a conversation over here.
But we want to, the plug wants to send media, so we definitely want to send Perio. Before you leave, I need you to get with him so we can make sure we get a media team behind.
Thank you so much.
Perio is over he's our lead videographer. Get with him, we'll get a date, we'll make sure we'll send some support out.
Solid, thank you so much.
And anybody else that's on the panel that has something going on and you need media support,
Serve day.
let me know.
July 15th.
Nothing. It's, all you have to do is let us know. We'll get a crew there.
Shower of love to him.
We'll get a crew there.
Power to the people, shower to the people.
We will have Kevius Bridges. I need some help. Tell them what I just said.
He ain't listening.
It's up.
Where about in the gallery back there?
Don't let you get past these ears. I hear everything. If he said it's gonna happen.
Y'all don't understand, that's my lead intern coordinator. He started off in the internship program. He graduated and now he's coordinating the program.
Don't be hating on bro.
Oh, listen. I got a major announcement for everybody in the studio.
What's the major announcement?
When we first started doing D&D Live, we were 99.9 the plug. We had one station. A month ago, 2 months ago, we added in 3 more stations. The plug hip hop, the plug EDM, the plug blues. If you have been seeing a little guy kind of going in and out of here, guess what we just added in today?
What?
Praise be to God.
The plug gospel?
The plug gospel. Hit the L. First thing in the morning. 24 hours, 7 days a week, gospel radio provided by the Plug Radio Network. And the reason that made me say that because I'm looking at Kevius Bridges. He is the founder of the College Plug, which is the next station that's coming right behind it. That will be stationed up in Miles College. Founder, pioneer, spearhead, Mr. Bridges himself.
There you go, bro.
That's my dude, man.
Man, Sam giving him a hard time over there too.
He like it.
All right, well, it's been real. Once again, on D&D Live, I want to shout out to everybody that was here on the panel. Thank you guys for coming in. Appreciate everything you do in the community, Dr. Cree.
Thank you.
Don't forget, I need more donations.
Please donate to the Shantae Fund.
Donate to the Shantae Fund too.
Please donate to the
not
Deja
their
King
problem.
Foundation. It's a wonderful foundation, guys. It's really helping the youth, getting them what they need, not stressing out the parents who don't have it anyway. But it's a blessing. Shout out to everybody that was here tonight. Jordan Thompson, we'll see you again maybe next Friday. Let me know. Okay? District 2, y'all. Y'all hear that? Jordan Thompson, Matt Wilson. We definitely have started something. I'll see you in the morning.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day to serve the people.
Yes, it's wonderful. Belima Hill.
Belima Hill from Mayor.
That's right. Belima Hill from Mayor, Birmingham Mayor, baby. D&D Live, the voice of the people. We are out.